Hello everyone, I'm on day 14 of a special time for me, and it's 14 out of 40 days, so I'm giving myself 40 days where I've cut myself off from working for clients, from teaching and from doing retreats and from doing all the things I normally do, and I want to talk to you about the new retreats. So what Waxar and I are doing is we're going to go all the way back to the old school. So the very first retreat I ever hosted was at Middlewood, and you can see the film about Middlewood and the eco community. And when I was living there, I came across a woman, and she suffered very badly from ME, and she lived in York, and she was so bad she was confined to a bed pretty much all the time. And she was living in the city, and highly empathic, very sensitive nature. She really wants to have a chance to get out of the city and to be in the countryside, so she came for a 2-week retreat at Middlewood and had a geodesic dome all set up. And what I'll do is I'll actually talk you through the details of what I did with her, because this is the pattern that we're going to be working with a personal retreat. So this is just for her. So her geodesic dome is set up with everything she needs: wood burning stove, cooking facilities, everything that she could possibly want, all there in the dome for her. And she's in a little copse of trees, and there's a few fields around her, and she's way away from the nearest road, and she's living in complete peace. And that retreat had an extraordinary effect on her. It was supposed to be for 2 weeks, but she had such a great time, we actually continued it for 6.5. So let me go into the detail. Before this retreat started, she'd reached a point with her illness where she was so incapacitated she didn't want to live anymore. And she didn't share this with me until after the retreat. The way it was managed was as follows: because she was a person that needed a great deal of personal space, what worked best for her was to have her space. And what I did is I would visit the space once a day, and I'd bring her the fresh spring water, bring her whatever food she wanted, and I would then bring anything that she wanted. So this is the way it worked. I'd go there on day number 1, provide the water and the food and whatever else she'd booked the previous day, and then she would say to me, right, well, I would like this, whatever it was she wanted. More paper. There was a time that she wanted me to go to a wool shop and get a whole bunch of different kinds of wool, and I didn't know anything about wool or wool shops, but that was what she asked me to do. So my job was to provide her everything that she needed. One thing she actually requested was the green medicine, and I was very fortunate in being able to assist her with this as well. Tobacco likewise. So she had an incredible time, and she loved the fact that she had someone visiting her once a day, because this was her really great need with the ME. And after her incredibly prolonged retreat, what she did is she left the retreat and she went off and signed up to do a shiatsu practitioner's training course, did the full 3 years training, and is now a shiatsu practitioner. And that's the result that you can get from having a personal retreat. Now, the personal retreats we're going to be aiming at is going to be following the same pattern, and we're going to be working in a different way. So for most people, what we're going to be doing is inviting people to our home, and this is going to enable us to keep the costs right down. If someone does want to have a retreat in wild nature, that's a possibility that we can organise. So the idea is that, generally speaking, when you go on a retreat, even if you went on the retreats that I used to host, what would happen is you go somewhere, there'd be a whole bunch of people with you, and the host would have their job of fulfilling your needs and everybody else's, to cater for the whole. Which means, of course, that I would go and buy the food and organise everything, the plants, whatever, in accordance with what I was providing as a general. This is going to be helpful for people, and it's been wonderfully effective. But I've had this increasing frustration over the 10-year period, until I reached the point in the May this year, and I thought, that's the last one, I'm not doing any more of them. So you've actually got 2 brothers booked in for August, so we've already got this booked before we've even announced it. So That's nice when something works that way. And what they're going to be doing is they're going to have a chance to work with the indigenous British fungi, the little liberty caps. So that's going to be their retreat experience. And I want to emphasise that these retreats are not purely about people working with plants. In fact, we're very keen to work with people who've worked with plants who would like to take the next step. We've got a whole raft of activities and processes which we're going to offer you, and this is the way that it works. So on your personalised retreat, we explain what we've got to offer, and then you say what it is that you want from what we've got to offer, and then the next step is you say what you want which we didn't offer, and our job will be to find a way to provide you with absolutely everything that you need. Now, because it's me working with Waxara, apart from all the things that I offer, which is the astrology and the tarot, the shamanic practice, plus a whole bunch of other stuff including divination and art therapy and a load of stuff I'm not going to talk about yet because it's still in process. As well as all that, we can offer you reflexology, Indian head massage, Swedish massage and Thai massage. So all sorts of things can be provided so that when you come on the retreat, we really give you the kind of care and looking after that's going to help you. We'll also do some really simple basic observations with you, checking your blood pressure, heart rate and the condition of your blood acidity by seeing how acid or alkaline your saliva and urine are. This is really useful because you don't have to take any blood, but using the saliva and the urine we can find out what your pH in your blood system is, and we can advise you about diet. And in fact, what we're going to recommend everyone do is the same as for the retreats we used to offer, which is we're going to invite you to do a plant diet before you get there. So that will actually mean that when you arrive, you'll have done a lot of detoxing and you'll be in a really open, receptive state to take on whatever work you'd like to do. And I guess the most important part of the retreat is not only these activities at all, it's a time for you to be on your own when you choose to be quiet when you want to be, and to know that when you've got something to share, that there's two people who are always ready and willing to listen to you. The fact that you don't have to do anything and you just have the peace and the stillness, and then the fact there's someone that's willing to give you that good quality listening, and for there to be the opportunity to take it further by looking deeply into the tarot and the astrology and the shamanic practice to see how we can help you with whatever issue it is that comes up. And this is what I've noticed from many years having hosted events at festivals and camps and retreats. All these events, they have one thing in common, which is that space and that peace that you get, that different lifestyle enables stuff to come up that needs to be released and healed. So that's what the retreat's about, an opportunity for things to come up, things to be released and for you to heal. Very excited at this prospect, and we're going to be beginning in September this year, September 2018. It'll all be up on the website. And if you'd like to book a personal retreat for you as an individual, or the two of you as a couple, or in this particular case, two brothers or two close friends, we're willing to work with you to take you into what I will call multi-dimensional sobriety and have the chance to experience all that there is to offer by going within. Thank you very much. Look forward to hearing from you.